And he's back. Back again. Spade is back. Tell a friend. But yeah. Kind of just rambling on in the last part. I had to cut it short because the fucking mission went on. Kind of was rambling on about is just like, you know, stupidity. People often taking advantage of, you know, the gaps in the design of something to justify something totally unrelated.
Jesus dreamt about finding it when he was a kid.
Even if the graphics and the technology of something like this was, I guess, alright for its time, it might not have held up too terribly well now.
I don't believe in fairy tales.
But it's fast, it's responsive, it's flashy.
But still, the gold is gone, and so is my only child. You were supposed to protect him.
They actually care about what they're fucking talking about.
How the hell was I supposed to do that, huh? Your gun runner has the whole goddamn LAPD on his payroll. Dude just sent me a message. Look. Shit. Dude fucked us sideways, they say. That cop who killed your son? Who the fuck do you think he works for, huh? He took the gold, he took everything. You want me to find him?
Right now. I just want to bury my son.
See, they don't portray USA as good and Mexico as bad in this game.
The Mendozas just sent us a message.
Everyone is different flavors of bad. That's what I like about that. That's more real. It's time we decided to change the deal, Pendejo. Take the weapons, and you take it up the ass. Yeah, people talk like that. It's crude, it's mature, but as well as that, you know, it fucking lines up with reality. Not everybody talks like a fucking robot.
I'll ask you straight up. Did your team talk a street dealer named Flacco into contacting
Bad
Roger?
language.
Maybe. Why?
Was that Guerra's idea?
Why?
Because one of the bangers arrested at that club claims Aranya was tipped off. Told them that if someone called about the cartel's cash, that they'd be working for the cops. That's why Flacco's dead.
Why do you think Guerra dropped the dime?
Because Flacco was dealing for him. Because we know he's dirty. Because chances are he'll turn on you too. I think you better bring him in, McCall. Evans too. At this point, I wouldn't trust either one of them. Where are you right now?
Where are we? Somewhere so deeply fucked up, I'm pretty sure there's no coming back.
There we are.
3 days and still no fireworks.
Wonder why they haven't moved on each other yet.
They will. Grab a gun, let's do this.
If they don't move on each other.
You want them to see us?
I just want to get a little closer.
We're here to observe, not engage. It's too goddamn many of them.
No, there's
Yo,
not.
homie, he's got more bodyguards than Obama, man. They'll be all over us before we can get within 100 yards.
McCall!
I just want to get a closer look at him. You want to stay here, stay here.
See, they're not afraid to talk about real figures, real places, real events, and real people, right? They're not afraid of this shit. They just fucking used it to flavor what was otherwise just a shooting gallery, right? It's a simple, like, arena game in the multiplayer and a shooting gallery elsewhere, like here in the campaign. And once again, just like unique presentation and style with the phones,
You
this
never
menu.
know when the shit'll hit the fan. Arm yourselves.
They fucking banter back and forth, these characters. This keeps me interested. All the bickering and other stuff. And you start the mission not by just pressing a fucking button, by going up to the fence. You walk to it. Oh, shit. Well, I fucking walked in the Windows key. Uh-oh. Am I here?
Fuck you.
Alright, I guess I'm back here. Cool. Alright, there's a fucking convoy.
Wait! Who is that?
It's Duke! What?
Duke is making his move!
What the fuck did we get ourselves into?
Let's
Call
just
of
get
Duty.
ourselves out of it!
Follow me!
Where are we running to, man?
I don't think he knows.
I know exactly where I'm going.
Jesus Christ! He's going after Mendoza?
Oh,
Hi there.
girl gets a gold star.
Are you out of your fucking mind, man?
Oh,
We need his
missionary.
testimony to put him away.
Dixon, Duke, the whole backstabbing crew. Without Mendoza, it's our word against theirs, and who the fuck do you think the Attorney General's gonna believe?
Shit, you're right.
We need this motherfucker alive!
Exactly. You got barely any evidence and a fucking pile of dead guys.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
You know, you don't have to do this all by yourself.
I like this kind of shit too. Three-way battles. We're gonna fight them, and they're also fighting us. We walk into the middle of a huge gun battle,
Ahead.
where we finally gotten them both to turn against each other, while we get in the middle and start shooting everyone else. That's the cool shit. See? And also, you can fucking bust the graves. Make them crack.
Shit, do you ever practice with that piece?
It's a little bit. Looks like some of them only got it like a little. Use a crack. Some of them not so much. Others like that. Yeah, that cracks a lot more. This is kind of pre-scripted in a few cases, but you shoot that grave. Boom. Top of that, left side will always pop off, but I feel like there was still room for improvement with this kind of stuff, you know? A lack of moderation, a lack of just maturity throughout so much of, like, the discussion, I think, was the biggest problem. People weren't acting reasonable. They weren't, like, looking at, okay, what could we do instead of just having the same shit over and over, actually improve what we're fucking making. You know, what would be new and innovative to really put in? What's something we really haven't tried before? They don't really think about that. They just think about what can we do slightly differently to give off the appearance that we actually are caring. Let's just make better graphics. And okay, I guess, sort of, but like, graphics should be part of that, not the only thing.
Don't fuck with you. Check it.
That was the problem, and good graphics now get a bad rep because they're just associated with so many terrible games, when ultimately it was not so much a problem with the graphics as it was a problem with the games themselves lacking content, basic features, offline support, split screen, multiplayer, co-op. Remasters have less shit than they do when they came out, so people are just like, you know, stupidly fucking saying, play the old game, fuck new graphics. Don't bother trying. Same shit, over and over. Heard this before. Half-truth eventually becomes the whole truth. They tell themselves a lie so much that it becomes true. Even though, it's another fucking lie. It's a different flavor of lie. For propaganda to be effective, you don't even need to be right. You just need to be loud and obnoxious enough to get results, and people are getting terrible half-assed results again. You're not gonna get fucking split screen, you're not gonna get offline with bots, you're not gonna get a full and complete working game. You're gonna get just the same army games, but they're gonna fucking play worse and feel worse because they are. And simply put, they're gonna be inferior products. They're gonna lack features from games made 20 years ago. How can a game like this even be, you know, anything other than a fucking footnote?
Ahead.
Why should it be? You know, that's what I'm getting at. Why should this be the pinnacle of fucking games? If you had told me, you know, this kind of shit, right? Where this sort of army games were really going to be the last time they really tried. It's really the last time where they gave a shit. If you told me that, I would have thought, in 2011, you were fucking stupid. There's no way they would never try to not, you know, they wouldn't just, you know, no way they would give up and just do some pretentious garbage with graphics and fucking triangles and just toddler shapes, right? With a fucking texture added to it. No actual care or love being put into anything they made. I wouldn't believe half of the disgusting shit that was just out in the open. I wouldn't believe half of the bullshit they fucking put in these games. That's why I stopped buying them, you know? That's why I stopped caring. They clearly never cared in the first place. The only thing they did this out of was just out of spite to these games where you just play as normal people doing real things. Or in the real world. or in reality to some extent. So you're, you know, just in places that are like a Mexican graveyard. You're in third world countries. You're in, you know, other places or wherever, right? Having intense shootouts here at the graveyard, adding some more to the casket.
Can you see him? Over there! After him! There he is! Don't let him get away!
Fuck. Well, I think we let him get away. Shit. We have to capture one. I hope they're enjoying their time here at the graveyard. We're gonna add a few more caskets to the mix.
Right!
I mean, it's a simple, like, linear game, but really what stands out to me is maybe not so much the graphics, but, like, you know, the environments themselves. If you can look past the shitty graphics and the kind of blown-out lighting at times with the depth of field being obscene off in the background, maybe you'd given this, like, some reshade or some better lighting, perhaps better textures, too. You know, you update this a little bit. Easily. I can see this shit being... I can see people making this kind of shit, no doubt. I mean, hell, a lot of the shit they make is the same shit I enjoy. Problem is, they're not putting their heart into it. They're not having any fun. There's no maturity to any of it. It's like a 12-year-old's AI interpretation of what these things are. They censor a lot of the bullshit. Maybe they'll put sex in there if you're lucky. But that's not substantive enough. It's like you forgot the other drugs, you forgot the part where there's the dramatic betrayal, you forgot the car chase, you forgot the part where there's the fun guitar music, where everything looks dirty. They'll make it look like a Barbie doll version of Mexico. They won't make any of the shit look dirty, they'll just make it look weirdly clean.
Don't lose Mendoza!
It's all slightly different, like, you know, the better visuals, right? The better visuals can be an enhancement, but the thing about it is it's such a minor enhancement compared to just functionality. If your game's not fast, if your game doesn't work well, it doesn't look good, it's got 500 bugs and issues, the fucking issues read like a fucking novel. With something like Fallout 76, the whole reason why they released it in the bullshit state they did is because it's a quote-unquote fucking starting point. It's not my job to finish your fucking game.
Mendoza. Where the fuck's Mendoza?
I don't have a fucking job at Bethesda. Don't want one either. I hear they can't even fucking pay their employees properly. Give them pizza instead. I don't want to work for Activision. They rape their employees. EA as well. They do the same shit. Same thing with Ubisoft. Except Ubisoft, they didn't do shit. You know? They didn't do shit to fix that. There was no big PR scandal. They just ignored it, and it went away. And they knew it. They fucking know that if you just ignore some big bullshit, gamers will do nothing about it. No matter how many times you bring it up, they don't care. Why do these games suck? I mean, they have their attitude in the wrong place. They don't have their heart in any of this, plus they're just a bunch of fucking weirdos. Their games are disgusting, and the people who make them are disgusting. The Ubisoft CEO who's over there says you should just get comfortable not owning your games. Well, I mean, he should be very comfortable with me pirating this game, because naturally if I don't own it, well, hey, it's not piracy. If you're gonna not even bother doing the same rules as commerce, well, I'm not even gonna bother using the same rules as piracy. I'm not pirating this game, I'm just gaining access to it.
This way.
Because they're not selling it, well, hey. The shit that they have a problem with isn't even money. They don't care about your money. You think these people want money? They just want power. They just want control. They don't care if it's fucking fickle. They don't care how petty it is. If they cared about how petty this shit really was, they would have done something about it. They would have actually given a shit. it's not a fucking issue. It's by design. When you realize that the design of this shit is stupid. It's made by people who have very limited and narrow views of
Find him
things.
before Duke's
Intentionally.
army gets here. He ran to the church. Get that son of a bitch.
It starts to make it, you know, it starts to add up. Like, the whole point of this was to fuck you over. They very deliberately spell it out with Activision, right? They very deliberately spell out why these games felt wrong. It was always about control. They know that
Get
you'll
to
fall for
cover.
this bullshit. They know you'll just buy it. They plan on that. They design on that. They design on this stupid fucking arrogance. They know their players are pretty stupid and gullible. They'll just fall for whatever they say because they put a big 3 on the logo instead of a 2. People get it in their heads that sequels are the problem. Doing more is the problem. Sequels aren't the problem. Doing them badly is the problem. Being manipulative, shady as fuck, and really coercive, that's the problem. The problem stems from the core issue of just shitty behavior and stupid people. Right? If you surround there's a story about an eagle who surrounds itself with chickens, and it's a bald eagle, but because it convinces itself that it is a chicken, it doesn't ever fly. It can. There was nothing that ever stopped it from flying. But that story really stuck out to me, because it's the same way I was fooled by these people. You know, I believed them once, at one time, because there were a lot of them. They sounded very official. They sounded like they knew what they were talking about. But if you did 5 seconds of research, you'd find out that they were pretty fucking wrong. You would find all these contradictions that start adding up. You would figure out that they're only obsessed with objectivity because it gives them the idea of power. They don't have any. So they just go fighting, you know, infighting, right? They go fight themselves. They fight the people around them and their better interests. They accept these poor standards of quality and just hope that because they do a terrible thing for a long time, it becomes normal. Then they accuse people who they do bad things of doing those same things that they do, even if they haven't really done them. It's often become kind of like a running joke with all of this political shit being forced into games that, you know, oh, well, these games were political too. Did these games start preaching to you about how all of this shit was bad?
Come with us right now.
Fuck you!
Fine, we'll come in.
Get in position.
No, it was just fucking there. Did they stop you and, like, really fucking constantly remind you of all the bullshit you did? No, you just kind of found out. If it was there, I mean, sometimes it was glossed over. All you cared about was just a fun set piece for an interesting location, right?
Looks like you got this.
It's a
These
video
bitches
game.
are done.
Yeah. Godfather, I imagine, here. About to pop up. Alright, they're coming for us. Duke is betraying.
He's in the vestry. He barricaded himself inside.
He's gonna slip out the back.
He's running out of time. You hear that?
Duke's
Helicopter.
We're sitting ducks here, eh?
So let's get out of here. To the gate.
Alright, we're gonna move. I don't think it's a good idea to stand outside. Oh well.
Shit, do you ever practice with that piece?
Watch out, it's not over yet.
Leave some for us.
Get down!
Oh,
Ahead.
truck. Boom. Yeah, the point wasn't, you know, fuck all Mexicans, as people would usually, you know, try to fucking justify these games as. Just fuck all people of whatever it be. No, it's, you might be shooting a bunch of Mexican people, but that don't mean fuck all Mexicans. You're specifically fighting the cartel. I'm fairly certain that the cartel is not all Mexicans. So therefore, that point is kind of fucking null and void.
Shit, he's taking this pretty damn personally.
Is this asshole full of himself or what?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
I think that motherfucker's talking about us, man.
Ah. I think he remembers. He thinks we're still those guys we disguised ourselves as. Thinks I'm Harris. He thinks the other guy is fucking Jesus. He thinks this is the sex worker. Oh, he's out there. He's a boss fight. Okay. There's a Jesus. There's all these guys up here. They got pictures of shit that relates to it, right? Oh, well, Jesus is offensive. Okay. Cool story. This is an M-rated game. If you can't handle that, there's a solution for you. Don't play it. That doesn't mean if I like this stuff that I should be restricted because other people don't like it. It's an M-rated game. You know, maybe there's some basic directions on there you could follow where it's like, hey, if you are unable to deal with the sexual themes, the drug usage, and the other violence and murder, you know, instead of being immature and trying to take down everybody who makes these fucking games, you just don't fucking buy these games. Same thing with live services as well. Because the problem is, like I say, a lack of moderation. And I don't mean fucking governments restricting you. I don't mean corporations fucking restricting you. What I mean is, people are not using their heads. They keep buying a game, doing the same stupid thing over and over. And then they wonder, why does that not work?
Keep your head down.
Why is it not working for me? Why do I feel like garbage? I don't know, dog. Maybe if you didn't play the same retarded games you say you fucking hate, you know, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. It's as simple as that. If you're not playing what you enjoy, you're not gonna have fun. You know, it shouldn't be about lowering something else down to then justify something you do like. You should just be able to just enjoy what you like.
Pompous prick. You hit him.
Got him.
Want more? That's right. He's going down.
I guess this means Duke ain't gonna be able to take the stand.
Which
Rip.
means we need Mendoza even more than we did before. Guess that's all of them.
Time to find Mendoza.
Let's get him.
The only way he's walking away from this is over my bullet-ridden body.
Yeah. I think we got him. But yeah, just like often it's an unfortunate circumstance that so many games and people who play them have put themselves into. They back themselves so thoroughly into a corner, and it's like the reason why I've gone back to this outside of just like the reason, you know, I went forward was, even though it wasn't a good thing, I went forward because so many people did. The Emperor's New Clothes, right? They're just convinced it's there even if it isn't. But going back and playing these, right, because I've never played this before. I never had really played this much before, if at all. One time on the PlayStation 3, I bought a copy of that shit. There we go. And I don't want to play it on the computer because the performance is kind of shit on PlayStation 3, so now I do. But there we are. I'll talk more about it in the next part. Thanks for watching.